A very good evening. Welcome to the world now at 4 on Hills TV. I am Uduak Daniel. First, let's talk the headlines. And on the headlines, President Buhari meets with APC governors in Aso Villa. Still on the headlines, 18 killed in Western DR Congo clashes. Also on the headlines, Ben Safeway employee died trying to stop shooter. And on sport, United reach agreement to sign Anthony. And now the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari met with governors elected under the platform of the All Progressives Congress, that is the APC, on Tuesday at the State House, Abuja. As at the time of this report, the issues discussed remain unknown as the governors did not brief the press shortly after the meeting. Those present include Abubakar Bagudu of Kebbi, Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos, Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti, Abubakar Badaru of Jigawa, Dapo Abiodun of Ogun, Abubakar Bello of Niger, Inua Yahaya of Gombe, Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa, and Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State, Eric Igwe. Away from that story, Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho has lost an appeal court judgment on Tuesday. According to report, the Ibadan Division of the Court of Appeal on Tuesday set aside the judgment which declared the attack on the house of Yoruba Nation agitator Chief Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho, illegal. The court also nullifies the 20 billion naira exemplary and aggravated damages awarded against the Department of State Security, that is the DSS, for the attack, describing it as outrageous. Justice Muslim Hassan, in his judgment, held that the Oyo State High Court lacked jurisdiction on the matter, adding that the judge should not have awarded damages based on his personal parameters. Still in the news, the Group Chief Executive Officer, that is the CEO of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, that is NNPC Limited, Mele Kyari, on today, said some illegal petroleum products pipelines were connected to churches and mosques. He also said that the shutting down of pipelines in the country was deliberate. The CEO also said that the reason for shutting down the refineries include the challenge of not operating as a business, thereby making them to incur losses. Speaking when he featured at the ministerial briefing organized by the presidential communications team at the State House, Kyari said that the authorities of the NNPC borrowed $1 billion from the Afrexim Bank to put in place the refineries. Residents and traders at Mile 12 in the Kosofe local government area of Lagos State have been living in fear after cultists allegedly killed a chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, that is the NURTW, Suleiman Onaolapo, aka Ariku, in the area. According to reports, no fewer than 4 suspected cultists were seen using cutlasses to hack Onalapo till he died. According to reports, the incident, however, caused tension as residents in the community, while speaking to our correspondents on Monday, expressed fear over the reprisal by Onalapo's loyalists. While some residents said Onalapo was killed over cult-related activities, other members of the community said the NURTW boss was killed over control of transportation parks in the area. When we return, news from other parts of Africa. Don't go away. Pleasure to have you back. This is The World Now at 4 on Hills TV, talking more stories about 18 people were killed in clashes between 2 communities in Western Democratic Republic of Congo, that is the DRC, according to a government report. Fighting broke out between the Yakha and Teke people following a dispute over taxes and land. People in Mai Ndombe province told the media. Members of the Teke community considered themselves the original inhabitants of villages spread all over 200 kilometers, that is 124 miles, along the Congo River. In early August, there was knife points fighting with the Yaka community, who settled afterwards in the town of Kwaimaust, after 100 kilometers from the capital Kinshasa. Members of the Yaka community had refused to pay a customary loyalty to traditional Teke chiefs, said Abbe Felicien Buduka, president of the Justice and Peace Commission of the Diocese of Inongo in Mai Ndombe. Meanwhile, Kenya's Supreme Court on Tuesday laid out 8 questions it will answer when it rules on this month's disputed presidential election result, including whether the commission's website was hacked. Opposition leader Raila Odinga, who is seeking the presidency for the 5th time, is contesting the result of a tight vote, after which the Election Commission chairman declared Deputy President William Ruto the winner. 4 out of the 7 commissioners disowned the result. While speaking, Chief Justice Martha Koome, the president of the 7-member court, noted that among others, that the Supreme Court will decide, among others, if the polling station returns were interfered with, and whether the postponement of 8 gubernatorial and legislative elections disadvantaged any candidate. According to reports, Odinga's legal team lodged a case alleging that a team working for Ruto hacked into the election system and replaced genuine pictures of polling station result forms with fake ones, thus increasing Ruto's share. Ruto denied the allegations. The Election Commission has filed competing responses, with 3 commissioners supporting the process and for questioning it. We now move to other parts of the world after this break. Do stay with us. Always a delight to have you back. This is The World. Talking more stories, Bend Police has identified 2 victims in the shooting. Both lived in Bend. One was a customer and the other an employee who tried to disarm the shooter. At an initial news conference Sunday evening, police said a man carrying an assault-style rifle came from an adjacent residential area and began shooting in the parking lot of the Forum Shopping Center at around 7 p.m. Sunday. At the Monday news conference, police identified the 2 victims at 84-year-old Glenn Edward Bennett and 66-year-old Donald Ray Surratt, Jr., both of whom were Bend residents. Bend Police Department's communications manager Shayla Miller said Bennett was a customer and was the victim killed near the front of the store.
The first victim, who was shot near the entrance to the store, has been identified as a customer, Glenn Edward Bennett, an 84-year-old Bend resident. Our officers, as well as medics from Bend Fire and Rescue, attempted to perform life-saving measures at the scene. That person was transported but did not survive his injuries.
Men gathered that investigators are expected to remain on the scene throughout Monday and Tuesday. Still bringing stories, this time talking about a shipment of grain from Ukraine to Africa. Let's have you know that the first shipment of grain from Ukraine to Africa since the war began has cut in Djibouti. According to Newsman, the wheat is meant to feed 1.5 million people in Ethiopia for a month, but it is not enough for a country facing several humanitarian challenges. Ukraine and Russia have reached a deal with Turkey and the UN last month to open a corridor allowing for food shipments. Ethiopia, along with other countries in the region, is experiencing a prolonged drought. That, as well as the continued civil war in the northern Tigray region, has left some 20 million people in need of food assistance. In a related development, the World Food Program, that is the WFP, said it will take about a week for the wheat to be bagged and taken by road to Ethiopia. The organization has paid for the shipment because its reserves to support refugees and people displaced by conflict and drought had started to run low. Matters concerning the World Health Organization has it that WHO officials on Tuesday have said it is possible to eliminate the monkeypox outbreak in Europe, highlighting evidence that case counts are slowing in a handful of countries. While speaking, WHO Regional Director for Europe, Hans Kluge, believes sustained human-to-human transmission of monkeypox in the European region can be eliminated. According to WHO, there are encouraging signs of a sustained week-on-week decline in the onset of cases in many European countries, including France, Germany, Portugal, Spain, and Britain, as well as a slowdown in some parts of the United States, that is the U.S., despite scarce vaccine supplies. U.S., European Union, and British regulators were and have backed changing the way the vaccine is administered by injecting a smaller amount of the shot intradermally, which increases by fivefold the dose that can be used from one vial. More than 47,600 confirmed cases in 90 countries where cases of monkeypox is not endemic have been reported since early May. The WHO has declared the outbreak a global health emergency. And away from that, let's quickly go on the short break. When we come back, it will be news from the business desk on The World Now at 4. Stay with us. Pleasure to have you back. This is the business desk on The World Now at 4, and we're telling you more stories on the business desk. Looking into it, we have it that aviation experts have advised the Central Bank of Nigeria, that is the CBN, to allow foreign airlines access their funds. The federal government of Nigeria a few days ago bowed to pressure from foreign airlines after a number of them raised the alarm over federal government's inability to allow them access to their revenues in the country, which was said to be around $450 million. The Central Bank of Nigeria on Friday released $265 million to foreign airlines operating in the country for the remittance of a part of their revenues trapped in the country. Last week, newsmen reported that Emirates Airlines announced that it would suspend all flights to Nigeria from September 1, 2022 over its stock $95 million. The head of research and corporate travel at the firm, Olumide Ohonayo, said the rule says that at every day of sales after the airlines have paid their local taxes and charges, the remaining revenue should be remitted based on the exchange rate for that day. A former managing director of the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, Roland Iyayi, said a signed bilateral agreement or a multilateral agreement between two countries, their foreign airlines or designated airlines are allowed to operate into another country because the bilateral or multilateral agreement actually enjoins clauses in there. It provides that each carrier must be able to repatriate their funds and also avoid double taxation. Still on the best business desk, consumers of household kerosene, also known as cooking kerosene, paid 99% more to purchase a gallon of the product in the last 1 year. This is according to data from the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, that is the NBS. The statistics agency said the average retail price per gallon of cooking kerosene paid by consumers rose by 99% in July 2022 from 397 naira in July 2021. A gallon of cooking kerosene was sold at 790 naira in July 2022, according to the NBS. 1 gallon of the product at 790 naira in July indicates an increase of 3.68% compared to 761.69 naira recorded in June 2022. On state profile analysis, the highest average price per gallon in July 2022 was recorded in Enugu with 1,004, followed by Ekiti with 990 naira and Osun with 949 naira. On the other hand, the lowest price was recorded in Bayelsa with 643 naira, followed by Benue with 655 naira and Rivers with 655 naira. In addition, analysis by zone showed that the Southwest recorded its highest average retail price per gallon of the product with 901 naira, followed by the Southeast and with 892 naira, and North Central with 762 naira, while the South-South recorded the lowest with 727 naira. On stage profile analysis as well, Abuja recorded the highest average retail price per gallon with 3,600 naira, following by Enugu with 3,501 naira and Ekiti with 3,450 naira. Just like diesel, kerosene is a fully deregulated market in Nigeria. Still to come on The World Now at 4, it's sports. Don't go away.
Good evening and welcome to Sport News on World Now at 4. I'm Richard Badung. English Premier League side AFC Bournemouth has sacked their head coach Scott Parker after match day 4. The club made the announcement on Tuesday morning on its official website, stating that Parker will be replaced in the interim by former Bournemouth midfielder Gary O'Neill. The statement, which quotes club owner Maxime Damien, reads, AFC Bournemouth can announce that the club has parted company with head coach Scott Parker. Parker's sacking comes after Bournemouth's 9-0 thumping against Liverpool at Anfield on Saturday, having won only the first game of the season against Aston Villa and a Carabao Cup second-round fixture against Norwich on penalties. Parker becomes the first manager to get the boot in the 2022-2023 season after losing his last 3 games of the season at the helm of affairs. Meanwhile, Minister of Youth and Sports Development Sunday Dare has stated that the decisions of Nigerian football stakeholders and administrators in the next few weeks will make or mar the game of football in the country. Dare made this known in his office at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja on Monday, when the NPFL club owners paid him a courtesy visit. He reiterated the need of stakeholders to put all hands on deck and make football great again. He also said millions of Nigerians are watching closely the decision to be made and the next few weeks, how it will determine either the death or rebirth or possible rejuvenation of Nigerian football. Away from that story, it was a show of shame in Calabar as World Football Organizing Body, FIFA, Confederation of African Football, that is CAF, and top government officials shunned the immortalization of the country's first FIFA Executive Committee member and CAF Executive Committee, Etubom Oyo Orok Oyo. Newsmen gathered that not even top officials of football and sport of Nigerian governments were present. The Minister of Sports, Sunday Dare, the state governor, Senator Ben Ayade, and others were also absent. However, Nigeria Football Federation President Amaju Pinnick was represented by the duo of the Deputy Secretary General of the NFF, Emmanuel Ekpeme, and the Chairman of Delta State Football Association, Chief Kenneth Nwocha. The first son of the football icon, Etubom Orok, took swipe at the political class, saying lack of political will did not allow his father to be immortalized, despite assurances by those in authority. Before we go, we'll leave you with the fact that Manchester United have confirmed that they have reached agreement to sign Brazil winger Antony from Ajax. The deal is for an initial fee of €95 million, which will be the fourth most expensive signing in Premier League history. Anthony, 22, scored 24 goals and provided 22 assists in 82 appearances for his former team, Ajax. He joined the Dutch champions from Sao Paulo in 2020 and played for them under Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag's management for the sum of £20 million. The deal includes potential €5 million of add-ons, making him United's second most expensive signing, ahead of the £80 million paid for defender Harry Maguire. The £89 million paid for Paul Pogba remains the club's record. Meanwhile, Manchester United will travel to Leicester City in their next Premier League fixture later on Thursday. But Anthony would need to receive a work permit before making an appearance in the game. And that's your sport news on World Now at 4. Back to Uduak Daniel for the rest of the news. I'm Richard Badung.
I was super excited, Richard Badung, by the way you mentioned my name. Thank you so very much for that one on sports. And with that, we call it a close for the World Now at 4. But just before we go, a quick look at our top stories. We told you early on that President Buhari meets with APC governors in Aso Villa. We also told you 18 killed in Western DR Congo clashes. Early on the headlines as well, Bend Safeway employee died trying to stop shooter. And on sports, United reach agreement to sign Anthony. Remember to visit us on Facebook at Hills TV, Instagram at Hills TV. Our YouTube channel is at Hills TV. I am Uduak Daniel. Thank you for watching.